Namaskar, Khush Amdeed, hello. This is Anand. And I extend a very hearty welcome to all of you to the Slow Podcast. I'm your host on this show, which is the Talisman, the path to unlocking secrets to our health, wealth, happiness, and well-being. In the last episode, we have touched upon the topic of success, and now it's time to delve deep into this fascinating subject. But before that, let me make a provocative statement. Success is low-hanging fruit. Let me repeat it. Success is low-hanging fruit. Well. I know you are surprised or even startled by this audacious statement. You might also find this statement slightly bizarre, maybe arrogant, or even preposterous. After all, how can success be a low-hanging fruit? If this was the case, the majority of humanity would have been rich, famous, and happy. The normal, established outcomes of success. But let me stick my neck out once again and reassert my claim, but with some modifications. Success is a low-hanging fruit if you don't make it a big deal. In other words, success will come your way if you don't sweat for it or make it a life and death issue for you. Easy does it, as they say, or in other words, slow and steady wins the race. Don't get me wrong, I'm not here to peddle pop, positive psychology and positive thinking stuff. Incidentally, as an aside, in 2017, this so-called global wellness industry was worth about 4.2 trillion US dollars. Just to put that astronomical figure into perspective, India's nominal GDP is barely 3 trillion US dollars. But getting back to the point, let me assure you that whatever you will listen on this podcast will be backed up by either scientific or empirical data or life's experiences, either of successful people, organizations, products, or my own real-life experiences. I have been through many life-threatening situations in active combat, where a power much beyond my limited human perceptions came to my rescue. Every time things turned out exactly as I wanted them to be, and not as they were being presented to me in that moment of danger, confusion, and anxiety. Trust me for now, and later I will prove the fact that thought are things. Thought impregnated with faith can do wonders, and I have repeatedly experienced it. Your success, whatever be its definition, has to follow this natural law. Let me guess. What? You don't have to work hard for success? Would be your next probable question. Well, work hard you must, but don't attach an expected outcome to your effort. Success has its path and time to reach you, and hence your sweating for it won't make it come to you earlier than it is destined to. In fact, if you are too impatient, you might end up taking actions which are detrimental to your being successful. The universe works on immutable divine laws, and there is no place for fear and trepidation in these laws. Universe is a cosmos and not a chaos. There is a famous quote by John Lennon which summarizes what I intend to convey in this podcast. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not yet okay, it's not yet the end. In the series of episodes that will follow on this podcast, I will endeavor to put across a philosophy to you. A philosophy which has been the lodestar of my life. A philosophy which has allowed me to have happiness, wealth, and success in my life. Like I mentioned in the last episode, today I am financially independent, blessed with a loving and happy family, enjoying great health, and in the top 0.5% of my organization. I will not be talking of any esoteric ideas or impractical plan which a normal person can't follow. Instead, I will be quoting from our scriptures and real-life examples of people who achieved great success by following these principles and giving you action steps to achieve whatever you aspire for. Of course, your aspirations must be aligned to the natural laws of the universe and should not be intended to hurt, malign, or cheat someone else. You should also be secure in the understanding that there is no zero-sum game in this universe. Your gain need not result in someone else's loss, as the universe has an abundance of everything that anyone wishes to be, do, or have. A seed, whether carelessly thrown around or carefully planted, has its own success journey. It doesn't bother about the harsh surroundings or whether it is being lovingly nursed by the gardener. It marches on its path to growth, which takes its due time, but must transform this seed into a sapling and then into a shady and fruity tree. An interesting fact: a Chinese bamboo tree takes all of 5 years to break through the ground. Yes, for full 5 years there is no visible sign of a sapling, but one must keep nurturing it with trust and faith. But once it breaks through, the sapling rapidly grows 90 feet tall within a short period of 5 weeks. The question arises, should the seed have given up during the 5 years when it was struggling to break the hard crust of the earth? If that was the case, the result would have been an ignominious death buried deep inside the womb of Mother Earth. Instead, the Chinese bamboo perseveres and therefore is rewarded with a magnificent 90 feet tall tree, admired and useful to the humankind. An interesting thought: did the success moment for the bamboo seed came at the moment when it broke through the earth, or was it the cumulative result of its perseverance for 5 long years? The success thus is inbuilt into every seed by nature, with the potential of magnificence guaranteed if it perseveres. Migratory birds fly hundreds or even thousands of miles to find the best ecological conditions and habitat for feeding, breeding, and bringing up their young. The bird called the red knot or knot flies a distance of 16,000 kilometers one way and twice a year on its migratory journey, breeding in Siberia and going up to South Africa. To get a perspective of this miracle, let me remind you that this distance is about 1,000 kilometers more than the distance between India and the US of A. The birds use the sun for orientation and navigation during the day and stars during the night. Who teaches these migratory birds the precision navigation to traverse such long distances, often interspersed with harsh climate and quote-unquote inhuman humans? Since nature only asks for the survival of these birds, survive they do, and thus emerge successful in their quest. Are they comfortable during their long and harsh journey? Not by any stretch of imagination. But they persevere and therefore they win. Winter hibernation of the wood frogs is another success story which is nothing short of a miracle. This species survives numerous winter months with part of its body, including lungs and blood, frozen and its heart not beating. Come the warmth of spring and wood frogs awaken from their deep sleep, ready to eat, make merry and procreate. That is against all logic and belief, but routinely happens. Nature, as in other cases, has blessed even this lowly species on the evolution ladder a mechanism for success. Is the wood frog sweating before it goes into its deep cryogenic sleep? Whether it will wake up alive after winter months? Absolutely not. For it has full confidence in the outcome, and that confidence pays off in the form of its survival and enjoying warm spring months. Please mull over what we have talked about in this episode and remember, behind every successful man, there is a lot of unsuccessful years. In the next episode, we will look at the most evolved creation of God, the human beings, and their parameters, quest, and tryst with success. That will be on the Talisman, our path to well-being, happiness, health, wealth, and life. Signing off, Shabba Khair, please come back. I am waiting. Anand.